G'day guys, Frosty again. We're just back in Carnarvon. It's going to be a magical day, 42, 43 degrees.
You say you don't want to get in trouble, that you're doing fine cause you got me. I don't want to break your little bubble, but you gotta wake up to reality. Cause I can see in your eyes, your head is full of dreams. Tears are a proof of failure, you just gotta let them flow without judge. There's so many ways to be happy, you can do whatever you like, you don't have to be ready, you just gotta trust the right, don't have to be.
This area is the traditional land of the Ngada people. This tramway was a vital route once the white fellas rocked up and settled Carnarvon to the 1 mile jetty where supplies came in from Perth and around the world. The Ngada people, unfortunately, were placed into lock hospitals, they called them, in the early 1900s, and unfortunately 200 Aboriginal people died on these islands and are buried in unmarked graves. Pretty terribly, there's no real acknowledgement of that fact except two little signs about 2 kilometres down this track to say that, you know, there's 200 unmarked graves on this island. It's a very sad reflection of our history, but it's important that we know it. This is a beautiful place. I'm very lucky to get to come out here and explore it. It's important to recognise the failings in the past and the terrible history, and celebrate what we now have together as we move forward. It's a beautiful country, we've got to get out and explore it.
If you feel like a walk right in the heart of town, you can follow the tramway all the way out to the 1 mile jetty. There's a museum and a lovely cafe that does great breakfast and lunch. You can see some of the history still laying along the track. And as you make it out to the end, amazing volunteers look after the museum that's there. It's open a couple of times a month. It changes depending on the season and the number of tourists. You can see the leftover damage of the 1 mile jetty, which is now closed to the public after all the tropical cyclones have done irreversible damage.
There's many ways to be happy, you can do whatever you like, you don't have to be ready, you just gotta trust the right, don't have to be scary, you just gotta follow the light, you're able to be happy, you can do whatever you like, you don't have to be ready, you don't have to be.
After an amazing breakfast, we decided to head back into town and took a short drive out to the Gascoyne River.
So here we are, we're down at the Gascoyne River just to the north of Carnarvon. The locals call it Gawadu, which means the neck of the river.
The Gascoyne River is the largest river in Western Australia. It's over 865 kilometres long. It drains the Collier and Kennedy Ranges. It has 36 tributaries, including the Lion, Landor and Thomas rivers. It is said to be an upside-down river. It flows for about 120 days of the year, and then the majority of the water is subsurface. The farmers use this water from the aquifer to water all their crops.
So we're at the Carnarvon Satellite Earth Station, Carnarvon. So there were 2 facilities. There was the Earth tracking station, but also a NASA facility about 5 miles south of Carnarvon that they used to track the spaceships.
When you pass me by, the reason why I shine, you're the reason why I thought I caught your eyes. The love is blind. I thought I saw you smile.
So we're at the original entrance to the Carnarvon tracking station. From 1964 until 1975, this operated as a joint Commonwealth of Australia and NASA facility used to track the movement of spaceships and satellites. It's about 4 kilometres south of the OTC Carnarvon satellite facility, which did all the communication. So this facility tracked the actual spacecraft, the velocity, speed, etc., and the communications and health of the crew, etc., were done from OTC Carnarvon. So here we are at the blowholes, about 40 minutes north of Carnarvon, and it's a beautiful day. It's going to be 42 degrees. There's a little bit of wind. Amazing swell, which just make these blowholes just look amazing.
Know when your body feels so tired to get out of bed, you put your heart on a letter to chase it away. Got sun and it's all because of you. Hey, what's gonna give you more time forever? Know what they say, only time will tell. You know what they say, it never really can. Hey, when I'm sleeping with someone new, I just close my eyes and think of you. When I'm sleeping with someone new, I can't help myself, I wondered if you still feel the way I feel. Are you sleeping with someone new? Someone new, someone. Talking about my bed as like it ever mattered. You threw it away, and now you're looking back, wishing that we got buried. Know what they say, only time will tell. You know what they say, did I ever really care? I don't think I did. When I'm sleeping with someone new, I just close my eyes and think of you. When I'm sleeping with someone new, I can't help myself, I wonder if you still feel the way I feel.
Thanks for watching. As I put these together, hopefully I'll learn to do it a little bit better and say the right things at the right time. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next adventure.